What is up, Earthnoids and Space Noids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode we are returning to Moon Colony as we break down Mobile Suit Moon Gundam. Last time, Yuta and Minerva went on a spacewalk outside of the colony while Minerva tells Yuta of UC history. The Atalante 3 crew docked with the colony and had the Vargal test out the Gundam head. In this episode, Yuta will get back into the Gundam and we will see the mysterious mobile armors make their attack on the colony. So let's get into this. Captain Gennaro and her team are still pointing guns at the Licht family, who is also pointing their adorable pointy sticks at people with guns. They suddenly hear something loud. The cattle has once again been activated by Yuta and Minerva. Minerva tells the two to stop fighting. Yuta's friends are sure that this is Yuta causing chaos. Sarasa just seems to go with it. It begins raining within the colony. Captain Gennaro meets with Minerva. She says that she was wrong, and if you must, Gennaro may hit Minerva. She hesitates for a second, probably processing the fact that if this is Minerva's first reaction, then Haman definitely beat her. But then Gennaro tells her that she is confused. She isn't Minerva's caretaker. She is simply carrying out her mission. Nor does Gennaro really care about any infighting between the Zabis or any nonsensical idealism. Her goal is simply to transport Minerva. She tells her people that they have 2 days till the repairs are made and suggests they not interact with the Light Tribe. Meanwhile, outside of the colony, a series of mysterious mobile armors are hiding behind an asteroid, planning an attack. For activating the cattle, Yuta is once again in jail. Yuta's grandfather, Carol, comes to visit him. He gives him a shawarma that was made by his mother. Carol says that his father used to love his mother's shawarma. Yeah, emotional manipulation, let's go! He tells his grandfather that he had a strong connection with Minerva, and it is kind of driving him crazy. He specifically says that he won't be able to laugh again if she can't. So Minerva's feelings of sadness for the state of Zeon is overwhelming him. It is clear he lacks focus and control over his new type powers. His grandfather tells him that this happens to everyone. Carol leaves and runs into Agos. He asks the grandfather if he knows if Yuta said anything regarding a connection. He believes he and the princess may have a new type connection. Remember, Agos is also a new type, so he could sense Minerva and Yuta while in space. Carol almost ignores this and tells Agos that his people reek of war and they need to leave ASAP. As he walks away, Agos tells Carol that an army made of spears is still an army and that they are no different than Neo Zeon. Moon clearly isn't the utopia they are making themselves out to be. A utopia would be free of spears, but here they are still fighting. Finally, someone said it out loud. Also, last week, I thought suzerain was a family in the Light Tribe, but I learned in the past week that a suzerainty is similar to a sovereignty, but gives relations to a tributary state. A vassalage provides resources to a tributary state, but also allows their religious or cultural practices. At one point, an extreme faction fought against the House of Moon while under suzerainty and were chased off to the Forest of Abandoned Children. This was Arzt. Again, Carol tells Agos all this information and then says, "Don't worry about it." Rude. Meanwhile, in the Forest of Abandoned Children, Saphira is being held captive by Raymel of Arzt. She tries to scare her by saying she will send out a message to her ship, but Raymel understands how Minovsky particles work and knows that this isn't true. Arzt understands how to use the taboo technologies of the colony, unlike the Light Tribe. Raymel frees Saphira and shows her security monitors showing Minerva Zabi. She tells her that the ship will leave soon and now would be the perfect opportunity to attack. Saphira wonders what Arzt gets out of all of this. Essentially, they are looking for a new revolution. The Raw Guilds is informed of the situation. Saphira was originally tasked with finding the location of Char Aznable, but having Minerva would be a game changer for EFF. For now is the time to take action. Meanwhile, the mysterious mobile armors make their move on the outside of the colony. Raymel is watching this all go down. The only player left to join the battle is Yuta. She watches him intently. Minerva meets with Sarasa. They have finished making repairs on the colony. She doesn't say it exactly, but all they had to do was reset the colony operating system. They just had to turn it on and off again like your router. Sarasa gives some parting words to Minerva. She says that she should follow her heart. Suddenly, Sarasa is informed of something happening outside of the colony. Captain Laro of the Raw Gills demands that Moon Moon Colony allow them to dock and inspect the ship they have within Moon Moon. If they don't cooperate, they will be forced to become hostile. Saphira runs back to the secret entrance into the colony. She makes her way back to her core fighter. The Raw Gills launches the GM3 team to scout out the colony. Saphira is able to sense something. Suddenly, the GM3 is attacked. They took out Rudolph of the GM3 team. The enemy team are piloting Medusas and enter the colony. The AMA-103 Medusa is a transformable mobile armor that was developed from the Humma Humma. These units are great for stealth missions. Its main weapon is the 3-wired barrel beam gun mounted on each of the mobile armor's claw limbs. These are similar to the Humma Humma and are controlled using the Quasi-Psychomo system. This allows old types to operate the wired beam cannons. It is also equipped with an I-field barrier generator which will function more or less like a force field and can deflect megaparticle cannons. However, it isn't effective against shell weapons. The team piloting these units are wearing a very unique spacesuit that completely covers their bodies. The RS Jar Jar launches from the Atalante 3 dock and notes that they are Medusas infiltrating the colony. They contact the bridge and inform Gennaro that she is relieved of duty of protecting the princess, and they now have control of the Atalante 3. The leader of the Slange team, Lieutenant Gat, really? Slange? He calls them idiots for not realizing that EFF are currently outside of the colony waiting for them. They tell everyone to stand down while they enter the colony. Gennaro tries to inform the Slange team, that this colony is different, but they don't listen. The Gym-3s follow him into the colony. Agos and Meneva try to flee, but some Light Tribe members try to take them hostage. But before they could do that, mobile suits begin attacking within the colony. Sarasa sends out a message to the people to begin evacuating. The kids wonder if Yuta is still in jail. Sarasa is able to sense evil. She is able to sense Raymel. The RS Jar Jar and the Atalante 3 mobile suits come to stop the Slange team from tearing the colony apart, but they begin firing their megaparticle cannons within the colony. One Medusa blows a hole. Outside of the colony, Saphira calls for the core top and core bottom to be sent out. That is when, I guess you would call it an exit wound of the colony, blows right as Saphira was passing by, causing her mass turbulence. She gets control and scouts the disaster area. She happens to come across a young Light Tribe girl's frozen body out into space. Her body taps on the cockpit glass as Saphira reaches out to her, and it shatters. This causes Saphira to flash back to the Battle of Dublin. She looks out to the colony that just destroyed her homeland. Back on the colony, Yuta is freaking out as he is able to sense all the death happening. Both Agos and Meneva are able to sense that something is wrong. The Medusas aren't in attack formation. They are intentionally trying to destroy the colony. But why? The Slange team is looking for Meneva's signature amongst the masses. Right before they begin firing on the Light Tribe citizens, they are attacked. It is Saphira in the core fighter. She uses the core top and core bottom to transform into Theta Plus. Out of the chaos, Carol runs into Carlina, Yuta's mother. She is heading towards the temple to release Yuta. Carol says that there is nothing we could do for him at this point, but Carlina yells at him, stating that he would gladly let his grandson die, just like he allowed his son to die. Saphira uses her beam saber on the Medusa but can't get past the eye field. Agos runs into Yuta and lets him out of the cell, but suddenly the temple is hit and the building comes tumbling down. Agos is trapped under the rubble. He tells Yuta to go and pilot the Vargal and bring it to him. He could pilot a cattle, so Agos believes in his abilities. Theta Plus loses its right arm. She is surrounded by the Medusas. Her odds are against her, but she will try her best to prevent the colony from falling apart. One of the Medusas notices a mobile suit in the distance. It is the Vargal. The mobile suit rushes towards Yuta. He can't get the mobile suit to work. He focuses his attention. The psychoplates on the outside of the colony begin moving. A Medusa comes in for the attack, but it is torn apart by the psychoplates. The Gundam begins rising. The psychoplates form around the Gundam like a crescent moon and begin glowing. Sarasa looks up and says moon, while Meneva looks up and says Gundam.
Gundam.
And that will do it for this episode. This manga really does make me wonder why we didn't get this over what we got with Unicorn. Most likely, the shorts in UC Engage are the closest we will get to a series. However, this is solid storytelling. On top of that, the mech designs by Ippei Gyobu are stunning and refreshing. It is some of the most unique designs I've seen in Gundam in quite a long time. Next time, we will see the outcome of the final battle between the Medusa and Yuta. EFF will capture Minerva, and Carol will get into the cattle and try to fix the hole. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, when you can't solve a problem, simply blame it on your destiny. Stupid destiny. Peace.